Hello Gemini, welcome to your reading for the 21st through the 28th of March 2026, and it is going to be general, so please take what resonates and leave the rest for someone else. And it's welcoming the archangels, ascended masters, light beings, spirit guides, our higher selves, and any animal ancestral or dragon guides you may feel resonant with at the moment, Gemini. Okay, let's grab a couple of cards here and we'll see what comes out. Three of Wands and the Hermit. Right, so you're doing some hermit time at the moment, Gemini. I think you've just, recently moved into that. I think you're with Three of Wands here. I think you're consolidating. I'll just hold this up so you can see. There's something that you're considering moving into. Okay. Let's have a look here and we'll grab some more. We'll see what you're doing at the moment. Wow, Nine of Wands. Okay, Ten of Wands. Death or rebirth and the Ace of Pentacles. At the moment, Gemini, this is the Green Woman, which is the Nine of Wands in this deck, which is bone, stone and earth flesh, by the way. And you also have the Ten of Wands. Wow, Nine and Ten of Wands. So something is wrapping up for you here, Gemini. Something's wrapping up, and it's like whatever it is that you're finishing up with, you have achieved a level of mastery with regard to it. Okay. But it has been a bit of it's been a burdensome thing. And I'm not sure if this is an energy that you are. It's like you're in the Hermit. You've recently been into Hermit phase, and maybe that this is the reason why is that because of these energies. But it could be that you're. You know what? I'm just going to get the underlying theme here, which is transformation and Ace of Pentacles. So it's a new beginning. So there's something here that's a new beginning for you, Gemini, that is potentially going to be transformational. Okay, and I think it's going to transform you out of the exhaustion of the Ten of Wands. And it's also probably going to allow you to evolve your Nine of Wands. So Nine of Wands is a card of mastery, but it's also a card of protectiveness. So I think maybe if this is sort of about survival for you, maybe you're going to be evolving past that. Evolving beyond that mode. General future direction is Eight of Pentacles and Eight of Swords. So two of the same number. And the eights also can talk about a certain amount of like intensity. Like the Eight of Pentacles is like, that positive intensity. You're positively working away at something there, Gemini. Okay, future direction. And this is that that intensity that's more on the other side, like kind of making you feel limited. And it could be your own perceptions or your own beliefs that are causing you to feel like this. But these two energies are very different, aren't they? So this one's sort of happily, relatively free, working away on something and feeling, emotionally fulfilled. It could be practical, creative, spiritual, something to do with the body, like health and well-being. Okay, this thing is like the minds or the swords or the, that the mind chatter that is possibly going to get in the way of this, Gemini. So there could be a theme coming up for you, direction, like with forward momentum, is that maybe you're going to be navigating through this so that you can maintain this energy here. So there could be a little bit of like inner wrestling for you with regard to keeping on with your Eight of Pentacles, whatever that is. Yeah, I'll have another look in a moment and just see. Wow, death again. So another rebirth. Ace of Cups. Wow. Okay. Rebirthing into emotional fulfillment. Not only that, you have the Star and Page of Cups in your challenge. So, okay. Possible outcome is that this transformation, rebirth, is going to lead to emotional fulfillment. Ace of Cups, which is spiritual. It's like unconditional love overflowing, like really feeling like what you are doing it's deep and meaningful, and for you, Gemini, and it's spiritual. It could be creative, a combination of those things, but emotionally uplifting as well. There's a lot of potential here for this thing that's going to transform you, which, given that this is the underlying direction, is death and transformation. You know, and with this one, we have the Ace of Pentacles. So transformation with the Ace of Pentacles, and then transformation, sorry, let's start again. Rebirth with the Ace of Pentacles, which is a new opportunity, maybe new health and well-being regime, something like that, a new potential. And then we have the rebirth with the Ace of Cups. Like, that's a whole lot of stuff getting ready for you. It's like an energy that's ready for you to step into, Gemini. I feel this is why you have been in hermit phase, to allow yourself to go through this rebirthing process. Or it could be that you're coming to the, maybe if this rebirth process has been going on for a year or two, maybe you're coming to the end of that, so you're going to be able to step out into your rebirth state, so to speak, in a new way, a high vibe way of being. And that makes total sense, because here you are with Three of Wands. You know, you've been working away at something, and you've been doing it, you know, under the radar, I think, under the radar, right? Which means not a lot of people are aware of it. Not a lot of other people are aware of it. Perhaps, you know, your close family circle, whatever. And at the moment, it's sort of like something's become a burden, or is this a thing of like, maybe are you contemplating stepping back into this Ten of Wand energy? You know, there's something there that's, yeah. Or now it's kind of looking to me like, okay, if this has been, the Ten of Wands has been that struggle, that that process of transformation that you've been going through, you know, if that's been the 10 and you've got to that point of change. The Nine of Wands could be saying, well, this is the mastery point where you are going to now literally, Gemini, emerge from the trees there in your new spiritual, grounded, high vibe, energetic, frequential connection with everything. Okay. So you are literally, this is like very natural. So maybe you're going to be coming forward in your, or you're feeling more natural, which is interesting to get that from a Nine of Wands. But your natural state, I think, Gemini, is what you are feeling into at the moment. But it's interesting, you've got this Eight of Swords, this little Eight of Sword energy here, which I think, you know, we're going to get some, now, okay, right, let's talk about the challenge. So the Eight of Sword energy is that, you know, the mental stuff, maybe energies around you, or stuff that's going to come in on top of your beautiful Eight of Pentacles, you know, your transformational Ace of Cups and your transformational Ace of Pentacles there. The challenge. So, yeah, you may have a challenge, or there may be some block to you bringing in this paying like attention to your emotions and really aligning yourself with what's going to be emotionally fulfilling. Ace of Cups. You know, and really the one thing that can always sort of stop us from doing that is the mind. Okay, this is the over speaking mind, the overactive mind that can talk you out of things. But it can also be that conditioned part of ourselves, the conditioned personality that's sort of stuck in certain patterns and ways of doing, ways of being, that could be limiting your expression of your emotional, creative and spiritual self. Okay. Because the other thing too is about the conditioned personality is usually conditioned into survival, and usually the survival personality has had to repress emotions or repress creativity, repress intuition in the name of doing tasks that are going to keep it alive. Okay, but I think you're evolving past that, Gemini. You've got this transformation here. You've got a whole lot of cup energy and a whole lot of pentacle, really like earth and water energy coming through for you. So very supportive, very in the flow. Okay. The other thing you could find challenging is, this is the star, just the alignment, which is the combination of the earth energy and the water, but also this star or this galactic energy coming through as well, Gemini. And maybe there's a thing there with you. Maybe you are a lot more supported than you realize from galactic realms, from other realms, and maybe the earth is supporting you more than you realize. Or at times it could mean that if that energy is blocked, this page and star here, this is like held in potential. Okay, it could just mean that in survival, like if if you're moving back into this 10 of Wand energy where you just kind of push, then it could be that you like lose touch with some of that beautiful water energy there. But that's only if things are out of balance, right? If things are left to move out of balance. Wow, innocence. I think this is the awakening card. Gemini, this is really beautiful. And look, it's cricket. This is like, an Asian master there, I'm guessing, with, talking with this little cricket here. It's card 19, so yeah. I think this is awakening. This deck is a bit tricky. Well, breakthrough, okay. Yeah, this is it. Okay, Gemini, this is new vision. Wow, I have got chills, Gemini. I'm going to pull one from the bottom as well. Oh, politics. So, yeah, that could be something that you are having to deal with. There's all sorts of politics, isn't there? There's, like family politics and governmental politics and work politics and, yeah. I'm just going to pause for a moment and I'll be back with you in a second. Oh, excuse me. Okay, Gemini. First off the bat, we have here the breakthrough card, which is justice in this deck. So there's something about your hermiting here and something that you are considering moving into, which is your rebirth, which is just and true and right for you. Okay, Spirit's saying if you feel like if there's something that you're doing in your life that you feel like you've been working on and that you're going to get to a point of breakthrough, that could be the thing that this is talking about, okay? And it's more likely than not actually going to be in alignment for you. Okay. Now, with the new vision here, this is the Hanged Man, which talks about, Gemini, your surrender. And the other thing too, which is interesting, I don't know if you can see, there's a figure here that's crawling, okay, and there's one here that's expressing, thriving, being out there. And we did talk about as well this energy of you moving beyond survival. And I think this top figure here that's really sort of stretching out like this is actually really thriving, open to, you know, these energies from the earth, but also from around and above. And, you know, this is a really beautiful image for you, Gemini, because I feel like this is a major rebirth for you. Okay, and this is saying this is the new vision. Like, you're literally breaking through and creating a whole new vision. Like this, you are the new vision, right? And then not only, you know, as if that wasn't enough, we have the sun here. This is innocence, the sun, okay, which is the most powerful light-filled card in the whole tarot deck. And yeah, this is talking about wisdom, gentleness, innocence. And this old person here, he still has his innocence because he's looking at that cricket there with a state of wonder and awe like a child would. Okay, so the innocence is something that you never lose, Gemini, okay? Unless you allow, you know, this stuff to prevent you from experiencing that awe and wonder, okay? And opening yourself to new visions, new possibilities, and your alignment. And also, you know, this thing about the, you know, the politics. And this is the stuff that can come in on top of it. See how this is like a mask here, right? This is like the mask that the conditioned personality, the mask of the conditioned personality that we put on and embroil ourselves with all the politics and all that other stuff going on. But it's really just a means, it gives us the means and ways to interact with what's going on. But under the surface, there's, you know, it's like who and what we are in reality, you know, it can be quite different. And I feel, Gemini, that you're actually breaking through that. But the interesting thing is the direction moving forward is this. It's going to be a toing and froing. You will work happily at something, and then, you know, there's this feeling restricted or doubts or self-limitation thoughts that come in, okay? But the interesting thing is that possible outcome is that you're transforming and rebirthing anyway, okay? So it's almost a case of just really sitting and observing this toing and froing if your mind starts to, you know, do that, and to sort of just really observe it and treat it with innocence and just say, well, oh, okay, that's happening again. Yeah, it's part of the process. Obviously, my, you know, ego, my conditioned personality is having issues with me moving into my new vision for myself here, Gemini. Okay. But guess what? Because you have this star here and you're wanting to self-care and, you know, do things in a new way, you will be breaking through anyway, okay, despite the interference, right? Despite the Eight of Wands interference, despite the politics, okay, you will be breaking through. Awesome. Let's look at the bottoms of the decks for you, Gemini. Wow. Strength. Freaking fantastic. You have the discipline, the know-how, the, you know, the compassion, and this, you know, you have the gentleness and the strength to do this, Gemini, whatever it is. Okay. That is a great card to have, another major arcana to support you with your, if I can say it, major rebirth that's happening. But I feel like it's been going on for a while because you've got your Three of Wands here. And the Wands is definitely a passionate spiritual energy, you know, and I think maybe you are feeling, this is like, you know, you're feeling like it's coming to breakthrough time. I think this is what the 9 and 10 of Wands is here, that you're feeling at the moment, Gemini, you know. It won't be too much longer before you will experience that breakthrough, okay. Eight of Swords, again. So once, you know, this is a double up on the Eight of Swords. It's always in potential. And Gemini, if you have had a tendency to talk yourself out of things or, you know, or allowing other energies to kind of come in and overthrow what it is that you're doing, even in subtle ways, okay, then Spirit's saying, to be aware of that. Okay. Awareness is the first step. Here we have the Tower. Wow, yeah, this is a coming down to earth. Actually, maybe the Tower is the breakthrough card. No, it's a different number altogether. So breakthrough is justice. So it's aligning with your personal truth. Okay. And here's the Tower as well. This is like coming down to earth, also about dissolving what no longer serves, you know, dissolving any unhelpful parts of your conditioned personality or your ego personality, the unhelpful bits. Okay, we have helpful bits there, but there's sometimes there's unhelpful bits. Those unhelpful bits are kind of going to dissolve. All right, Tower. Thunderbolt, which is the Tower again, doubled up on the Tower. So you're going to be getting some insights, downloads, and some really big cleansing, clearing going on, Gemini. Wow, this is just freaking amazing. Thunderbolt, insights, downloads. This is the same card, okay? Wow. Definitely a dissolving and a breaking, don't want to use the word breaking down. It's more like dissolving of stuff, or even like a shedding of stuff that's possibly around this Eight of Swords. And maybe this is what you're going to be shedding, you know, tendencies that you've had to doubt yourself or keep yourself limited. And these energies could also represent energies of some people that are around you, not all of them, okay? Maybe this is an energy that's in the air generally, maybe either at work or at home or some of your friends, you know, maybe they are kind of experiencing this. And if you, I mean, you are perceptive, Gemini, you know, mutable air. So you're going to be, you know, picking up on that stuff. Okay. But once again, Spirit's saying, be aware of it. Because you are going through a transformation and you have this, you know, you will be able to align with your emotional well-being here. Okay. And it's almost like if this is a new thing for you to do, that could be where the challenge lies, is because if you're not used to aligning with your emotional well-being, Gemini, if you're used to aligning with other people's emotional well-being and giving them what they need emotionally to feel better, aligning with your own could be a new thing, right? But, you know, this is just fantastic. Rebirth twice. You've got aces in here. You've got, you know, strength, the Tower, the Star. It's all here. Like there's a major transformation. And I think you know it, Gemini. Like this is, you know, it's pretty close, right? 9 and 10 of Wands. And you're really passionate about this thing, whatever it is. And, you know, new vision, you're breaking through into your new vision and you're going to be shining. And your innocence, this is something that is going to be very attractive to other people. Okay, you're going to inspire people with your innocence. So do not underestimate the wonder and the awesomeness of innocence and the power of the Sun card and the power of positivity, light, high frequency. Okay, because I think this is what you're moving into. And, you know, when we've grown up with a lot of, if we've grown up, Gemini, with a lot of low frequency, then it can be more challenging for us to move into high frequency way of being in an ongoing way. Okay. But there we have it. Keep up the great, fantastic work, Gemini. I mean, you're on the right track. Yeah, I hope that's been helpful. Just amazing though. Yeah, I look forward to your next reading. In the meantime, have a great day and a great week. And wow, I'm going to have to go out and chill down after that reading. That was like very exhilarating. So yeah, I look forward to your next one. Have a great day, a fantastic week, and we'll see you again soon. Bye for now.